DTE Energy says with or without government regulation, the company will be pushing to clean up its carbon footprint, and it's a move that will affect the air we breathe. This is an important update to a story that we broke 2 days ago on 7 Action News.
Now, Matthew Smith is live outside a coal power plant in River Rouge. And Matt, what's new here?
Chance to talk with the CEO about this. Remember, this is the story that I broke Wednesday afternoon about 2 coal power plants in our area closing ahead of schedule. Now we're getting a true idea of what that means. So basically what DTE is saying is that they want to have an aggressive plan to reduce their carbon footprint and shut down coal power plants ahead of schedule.
We said, well, the government doesn't have a structure for this. We're going to define our own.
DTE Energy's CEO front and center, explaining they're doubling down on going green. And it comes at a time that there's no regulation to do so. In fact, the president himself wants more coal jobs. Part of the reason, he said, he axed the Clean Air Act and said he'd leave the Paris climate deal.
I cannot in good conscience support a deal that punishes the United States, which is what it does.
So why move towards solar? Why announce the largest wind park to be built in Michigan to date just last month? Well, according to DTE, it has to do with affordability. Renewables are becoming less and less costly. And DTE's CEO says the moves won't affect our bills.
I don't think the average homeowner is going to notice a change in the pace of price of their energy. Our coal plants are aging. It makes sense for us to move on.
What it will do is speed up DTE's timeline to cut emissions. By 2030, they'll be pumping half as much carbon in the air. They'll cut 80% of their emissions a full decade ahead of their previous schedule. It won't come without stress. When I called the Trenton mayor about this plant closing, she mentioned layoffs for city services, something I hadn't even brought up. That said, she did note she believed they'd avoid them. But it is a reminder, these plants mean something to their communities, and those who live by them, they're split on the news.
If they can come up with alternative forms of energy, more power to them. Yeah, clean energy, yeah.
Slitting their own throats. So I hate to see it go.
All right, so Matt, we hear about going greener and clean energy. What does it actually look like to go cleaner? What can we see in the future?
Well, so Keenan, our viewers up in St. Clair Township or St. Clair County will recognize the construction that's going on for a plant up there. That's natural gas. That is coming in at a price tag of $1 billion. But across the state, $2 billion is going into wind turbines and solar panels. That is a huge footprint, and it's going to be all across our region.